Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get going immediately for the beautiful, lovely Leo collective here in mid-September. Let's see what's going on, my guides, with an oracle card. Right down to business for my friends, please. And I really do hope you're all fantastic. And yes, we're just going to see what's up, dip our toes in this energy real quick with an oracle card. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean in on, which I always find very intriguing. But let's get this first card out here. What's going on for the Leos, please? Nice and quick, please, my guys. Talk to me. There we go. I always love when these oracle cards pop out quick. All right. So to me, this could be either extremely creative or you might just have a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of crap on your mind. You see the imagery there, the lady with all the different things in her hair. We'll talk about it, though, peel back those layers in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye. It needs some enlightenment, okay? And I appreciate you. Let's get into the reading. No, enough of the plugs, I promise. If you look at this image, interesting, intriguing. Notice that lady with the beautiful beehive hairdo has different instruments, creative things, creative endeavors, and this could be very, very good. Now, just like with all cards in divination, there's a positive, there's a negative. The positivity to this, you might be very creative in this time. You might have a lot going on in your head, tons of ideas, tons of creativity, and it would be beneficial for you to express that when this card comes out, because it's like, all right, get these things out of your head and into the material world, which is nice. So the creative bug could be hitting you, whether writing, art, music, you name it. However, this can just also represent somebody that has a lot of things on their mind, a lot of things on their plate, very reminiscent of the Ten of Wands to me. It could be a bit burdensome. So just know that your mind could be a little more active than it usually is here, Leo, where there's someone you're connected to that's just thinking. We're going to get into tarot, though. As I always say, this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. But let's get these first three tarot cards out in the upright. Then we'll get the intuitive, juicy stuff for you. So let's shuffle it up, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the lovely, lovely Leos here in mid-September? So, last week's reading, it was titled An Explosive Talk. Now, that could be good or bad, but I will say this, over the past month, and I do keep my titles very simplistic because I don't like long, convoluted titles, but we've been having some rough readings or dicey energies, so hopefully recent times haven't been too rough on you, my friends. We're going to hope for a bit of an energetic change, though, because as you know, you only take this how it hits for you, because it could be your energy or someone you're linked to. Let's get these first three out. What do we got for Leo, please? Mid-September. Thank you. All right, so I don't want to comment on what this energy could be just yet. We do have the Knight of Swords leading us off, and this is a very fast movement-based type of energy. We're literally starting off with a bang, very similar to last week's reading. Let's keep moving. Let me get you one more. See how the rest of this energy plays out. The Knight of Swords can be very good. All right, we have the Eight of Swords, and I will say this, I've been seeing a lot of sword heaviness, a lot of swords in the fire signs this week. Makes sense. Very active mind, and we're already going back to that oracle card. Let's get one more. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior on the back end. So there could be some things we need to talk about here, Leo. And I don't want to say there's like a whole bunch of warnings here. You know, I'm not a negative type of reader, but there could be some things for us to still keep our eyes on, depending on what we get when we clarify. So let's go through them. I'll give you some of these classical meanings before we get the juicy stuff. Now, every card has that duality, like I said a little earlier. The positive, the negative, I'll give you both. The Knight of Swords, to me, could be action, could be movement, could be something shooting off like a rocket, something coming at you quick. So whatever we clarify here could be something that's coming your way very quickly, very fast. The Knight of Swords can also be a little bit combative sometimes. It is a determined card, though, like somebody or something that is goal-focused and is willing to get what they want. But it can be conflict, it can be combative. So we're going to have to see. And once again, the explosive energies from last week are showing up still because all the elements we have out thus far is fire and air. We have double swords, we have wands. So that volatile, explosive energy is still persisting a little bit. We'll see, though. We don't want to jump the shark on any message because we still have to clarify. But moving to the center, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, this in conjunction with the Nine of Wands, a lot of you might feel like your hands are tied, or you might feel trapped by something in this time. That's a big vibe with two of the cards in this main spread. Like, there's a situation or something going on that, like, your hands are tied about. You can't really do much. To me, this is a big card of somebody overthinking. So it kind of links into what we were seeing a little bit earlier. Person with a lot on their mind, okay, with this Eight of Swords. If it's not somebody feeling trapped, the positivity of this card is that it's a fleeting type of energy. Yes, it can be nervousness, anxiety, somebody that's very wound tight. But if you look on the back here, that person has a sword right by those bindings. They can release themselves. They can free themselves. So this is not a long-standing type of energy. It's very fleeting and moves out quick. But this could be telling us that somebody you're connected to could really be nervous or just really high-strung about something, if not feeling trapped. We'll see when we get to the bottom, when we clarify. Now, right here on the back end, my friends, we have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, somebody that's been through a whole bunch of mess. They don't want to go through it again. Somebody, pardon me, that is very territorial, extremely protective. So that could be a mode you're in. You might be very protective of an individual, your happiness, whatever it might be. This could represent a breakdown of communication as well. Like somebody saying, listen, we're not talking about this no more. I don't want to speak about this. I don't want to speak to you. This could be the energy of blocking somebody as well. So we're really going to want to clarify all this, because it's like we start off with a bang with the Knight of Swords. Then as we move, it's like stopping it, like running into a brick wall. So we really want to see what's up. Let's dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What's going on, my gods? Talk to me about the Leos. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Knight of Swords here, please. And as always, if you know how to read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If there's any messages that you're feeling for the Leo Collective from this spread, you could drop it down below. I don't mind. Won't be stepping on my toes. What's up with this Knight of Swords? What's going on with this Knight of Swords, please? I mean, it kind of fits the energy that we've been seeing. Okay. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is extremely, like, sword-based, this whole entire reading. Okay, now, if you're not linked to an air sign with all this air type of elements, Three of Swords in reverse is the best way we want to receive this card. Yes, it's a card of pain, heartbreak. For some of you, there might be a person you're linked to that is trying to run away from something instead of resolving it. So just beware of that. Like, there might be someone you're linked to that's trying to just like run away from something straight up with this Three of Swords in reverse. For another portion of you, this could be Spirit saying like, hey, if you're trying to heal, if you're on a healing journey, if you want to feel better, sometimes that can't be rushed. Okay, so this could be Spirit saying like, hey, if you've been damaged, if you've been hurt in the past, you're not going to heal overnight. It's going to take a little bit of time. But I do possibly see a little warning here about somebody like not really processing something and just trying to run away from it. So beware about that. But it could be Spirit saying take your time and heal on something. Okay? Specifically if recent times have been tough. We're going to go in on the Eight of Swords because I don't feel like this is the main crux of the message. For a portion of you, it could just be something extremely simple, like an air sign that you're dealing with is, you know, going through it, hurting. Okay, and we do have this energy of anxiety and nervousness here. Let's keep going. Let's see what's up. What's this Eight of Swords about? Thank you. Yeah, this is somebody very, very nervous about the future. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Now, in the vice versa tarot, if any of you don't know, it has the front, it has the back. It's not just regular upright and reverse, and this Three of Wands is in reverse. This could represent somebody who might be at a distance from you, travel distance, you know, all those things. And usually it's a plan-based card. I like the Three of Wands because it's about manifesting. But to me, I see somebody looking to the future with a big sense of nervousness and dread, so to speak. So beware of that. There might be someone you're connected to that either they're completely unprepared for the future or they're looking towards it with pessimism and dread. So just know that. Okay, for some of you, that might be an energy that's creeping in on you, and that's fine. It's only human. Don't feel bad about having those feelings. Just recognize what they are. But with this energy I was catching in the front, with this energy I'm catching here, I'm getting a big vibe of somebody that doesn't want to do the work to resolve something, and that they're trying to suppress or run away from something. Big energy of nervousness here. So there might be someone you're connected to that is extremely high-strung and nervous about something. I'll just leave it at that. We're going to move over to the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. Then we shall do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. Interesting spread here. Once again, it's all fire and air, this volatile type of energy. Okay, so far, let's see if we get a different element over here. So what's going on with the Nine of Wands? Please and thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords. So pretty much all elements are fire and air in this. Once again, in last week's reading, like I said, that explosive energy. Now, we have double air sign energy showing up here. This Queen of Swords is very stern. She's very serious. More energies we've been seeing in recent weeks. But I get somebody that is like completely shutting something down or out. Like when I get this Queen of Swords with this Nine of Wands, it's like, no, that's not going to fool me again. That's not going to trick me again. There could be somebody putting up like an impenetrable barrier of some sort. That could be a way you're doing. If you've been like really hurt or really have been through something in the past, like this is the energy of like, I'm not going to get tricked again. I'm not going to get fooled again. I know what's up. No, nothing's going to catch me off guard in this time. It's very no nonsense, no games, no BS when I get the Nine of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Like this is someone like, I see you. Like you're not going to pull one over on me type of energy. Okay, do with that what you will, my friends. Now, of course, like I always say, this could represent multiple people. This could represent multiple situations. But the Wounded Warrior with the Queen of Swords, this is somebody that has had some scars and you know, it has changed them. Some of you might be feeling a little bit colder than you normally do in this time as well. Okay, not as soft and cuddly. And this is somebody who's a little bit cold, right? So you might be dealing with someone that's cold as well. Like there's not a lot of pity here or feeling bad about somebody or something. Take from it what you will. I'm just saying the energies that these cards are making me feel this week, Leo. So let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap, then we'll get into the Shadow card. Intriguing spread this week. In position number one, we have the Knight of Swords with the Three of Swords in reverse. Like I said, to me, it felt like somebody that's running away from something, doesn't want to resolve something the right way. This could also be Spirit telling you that the journey of healing could be a slow one, to take your time. Don't rush things, okay? So whichever one might hit for you, but it could just be an air sign hurting. In the center, we have the Eight of Swords with the Three of Wands in reverse. It was giving me the huge feeling of anxiety, nervousness, particularly about the future. There could be somebody that is either completely unprepared for the future or is looking towards the future with a sense of dread. So do with that what you will. For another portion of you, it could just be someone you're linked to. They could be manifesting rough situations due to that anxiety and nervousness. On the back end, we have the Nine of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Somebody who's putting those castle walls up, right? Like, you're not going to get past this. I know, I see. Very protective. I'm not going to get fooled again type of energy. Stern and strict. So there could be somebody building a barricade of some sort, all right? Like, and that's it. It's a little bit cold as well. But please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card here real quick, Leo. Interesting reading, all right? And I will say this. I've been seeing it for the fire signs in recent weeks, okay? I'm a fire sign myself. So totally get it. Let's go. Let's get one here. What's going on for the Leos, please? Where that card tries popping out. And yeah, we're using the Shadowland Tarot. I love using this deck for shadow work. Let's see what we have for you. One real quick. Okay, we do have the Three of Cups. That's another thing I keep seeing in shadows is threes. Beware of any like communal things, more than two, third-party situations, work, all that stuff. But the Three of Cups is a happy party type of energy. The dark side of it when we're looking at the shadows is you might be tempted to overindulge in things in this time, whatever it might be. So Spirit could be warning you about that. Watch out for overindulgence. And also, don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's another vibe we could pick up from this, all right? I'm not going to overcomplicate this energy. You could look into this further too if you'd like. But there is something about overindulgence here. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Vice Versa Tarot. This is the deck that I'm using in all the readings for September, so if you'd like to get your name in, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are, and second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite use for tarot? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month going into October, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.